Welcome to Hornbeat News, the voice of truth, insight, and progress from the Horn of Africa. The Tigray People's Liberation Front (TPLF) has firmly rejected accusations made by Ethiopia's federal government claiming that the group is forming a new alliance with Eritrea. Instead, the TPLF insists that recent cross-border interactions between people in Tigray and Eritrea are peaceful. Initiatives aimed at rebuilding trust and promoting long-term regional stability. In a letter sent on October 8, 2025, to United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, the TPLF dismissed the Ethiopian government's allegations as politically motivated and entirely false. The government's accusations were outlined in an earlier letter, dated October 2nd, which claimed that the TPLF and Eritrea were collaborating under a group allegedly called SIMDO. The federal letter also linked both parties to recent armed activities around the northern town of Woldia, suggesting cooperation with Fano militias. Responding to these claims, the TPLF said the charges were fabricated to tarnish its reputation and to distract international attention from what it described as ongoing violations of the Pretoria Peace Agreement officially known as the Permanent Cessation of Hostilities Agreement (COHA), signed in November 2022 between the TPLF and the federal government. The TPLF accused the government of attempting to build a case for yet another war, instead of implementing the peace deal in good faith. The movement stressed that cross-border contact between communities on both sides of the Eritrea-Tigray border should be viewed as a step toward peace and reconciliation, not as a threat. It argued that labeling such interactions as suspicious or conspiratorial undermines grassroots peace-building efforts that could prevent future conflict. In its letter, the TPLF appealed for renewed international engagement, urging the United Nations and the African Union to call a formal review meeting to ensure enforcement of the Pretoria Agreement's terms. It listed several key areas of concern: the need to strengthen the independence and operational access of the Joint Monitoring, Verification, and Compliance Mechanism (JMVCM), the full withdrawal of all non-Ethiopian National Defense Forces (NDF) troops from Tigray, the safe and dignified return of internally displaced persons (IDPs), accountability for human rights abuses committed during and after the conflict, an immediate halt to what it called demographic and geographic manipulation in parts of western and southern Tigray, where it claims settlers backed by federal forces have taken over Tigrayan land. The TPLF also said that despite its compliance with most of the peace agreement's provisions, hundreds of thousands of displaced Tigrayan families remain without access to essential services. It accused federal forces and allied militias of continuing land seizures supported by units of the ENDF, and claimed that government institutions are promoting narratives suggesting that Western Tigray belongs to the Amhara region, an assertion the TPLF called a direct violation of Ethiopia's constitution and the Pretoria Agreement. The statement further noted that the National Election Board of Ethiopia's decision in February 2025 to revoke the TPLF's legal party status was politically driven and undermined inclusive national dialogue. The group argued that such actions discourage reconciliation and threaten to reignite tensions in the region. In closing, the TPLF voiced concern over what it described as dangerous militarization around Tigray, including reports of new militias such as the Tekis Guards. It warned that these developments, combined with government hostility, could unravel the fragile peace established after the 2-year civil war that ended in 2022. The Audit Standard, which obtained and reported on the TPLF's letter to the United Nations, noted that the statement comes amid growing unease over the implementation of the Pretoria Agreement and fears of renewed instability in northern Ethiopia. For more updates like this, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. This is Hornbeat News, bringing you daily stories that matter.